It's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. Talking to Marie here. Marie, good morning. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Doing good. What do you think here, beautiful balds here?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, look at you.
That's a beautiful bald right there. The Stone Cold, man. That's perfect.
Oh, that's a hint of a beautiful ball whoop that you can get.
That's it. You hear that glass break, and it's on, Marie. That's it.
Oh, honey, I would do him all night long.
Whoa, Marie. Monday morning, Marie.
Monday, Marie. Wow. So you like the vest because he was part of the Hot Blondes when he had thinning hair, but he went bald and he was
the Hollywood Blondes.
The Hollywood Blondes.
He had a mullet to die for too.
He did. He did.
Oh my God! Well, listen, Marie, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate you. Okay.
We love you. Keep on rocking.
All right, we got you, beautiful balds. What do you got? Hello.
Old school, Telly Savalas.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, it's Telly's up there, man. The problem with Telly is that Telly, he was in Kojak, but he didn't stay true to his bald. He went a little half bald towards the end of his life,
True, but, I have to throw Telly's name in there because, he did those player club commercials back in the day.
He did.
Play a card, baby.
Oh,
yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, man, thank you so much for weighing in so early before 6 o'clock. We appreciate it.
Oh, well, I'm one of the... this is Mark. I haven't chimed in a while. I was one of the early bird club guys there that always liked the triple dippies. But, yeah.
It's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. A good Monday morning if you're just tuning in, Jeff. Guns N' Roses there. People have been calling all 5 o'clock hour. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the 5 a.m. hour. People are ready to rock and roll this morning on the show on a Monday.
I know. Yeah. And we got Marie. Marie, good morning.
Debbie.
I'm sorry, Debbie. Go ahead, Debbie. Hello.
This is Wendy.
Oh, Wendy. Hello, Wendy.
Remember me?
We do remember you, Wendy.
Yeah.
How are you?
So when are you going to come over? I want to see what you look like.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wendy. I will come over if you could tell me what we do when we start the show. A lot of people love it. It has to do with scoops.
With what?
With scoops.
Scoops. Wendy, scoops.
Scoop.
Yeah, a couple of scoops.
I have no idea.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
It's scoops, like triple dippy scoops of audio.
I don't know.
Well,
Look, that's okay. That's all right. You're probably not the only one.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Since you want us to come over so bad, how about this next song, Desire, by U2? We'll have it that you dedicate that to us, and then when we come back, we'll give you some scoopies.
Because you desire us.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Wendy. You have a good day, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, Wendy. All right,
All
bye.
right.
Bye.
All
Take
right.
it easy there, sweet.
Still rolling from Sunday night, huh? All right.
All right. Here's Desire, dedicated to Rizzo and Jeff from Wendy.
Yeah,
on
thanks.
105.9.
We forced that on her, huh?
You heard Wendy. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show, dedicating that U2 song to me and you, Jeff, on a Monday morning because of her desire for us.
Well, she is. She does yearn for us, and she wants us. She wants us over her house all the time. But the problem is, she wants us over at obscure times.
Yeah, it's like you call it like 5:50 a.m. Is I know like you're up and we're up, but we're working. Like by 5:50, we've been here 2 hours. We've edited audio. We've put up blogs. We're just working hard right now.
Yeah,
Wendy.
and then Wendy, by the time we get done, I think it's your nap time. So that's the problem.
It's our nap time.
Yeah.
So anyway, a lot of you, whether it was, I believe, Mark who called before or Wendy, a lot of people wait for the triple scoops, and I knew that it would catch on. The triple scoops of audio, our opening audio, Jeff. I knew it would catch on, the triple scoops.
All right. Well, Mark, he was the only one.
You say that. You said, but there's other people who go with scoop. Glenn loves his scoop. Glenn is going to work right now.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
Glenn's going. He loves his scoops.
Just making people up now at this point?
No, Glenn from the race. Remember, he's like, I love the scoops. We gave him a Glenn scoop.
He was in front of your face. What do you want him to say? You know?
Well, that's true. Well, either way, it's time for opening audio, and we have 3 good, scrumptious scoops, although a sad scoop.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Let's start on a lighter note. We have a backdoor breakthrough. The Nobel Peace Prize went to a group of scientists who found out that it was possible to breathe through the back door, not just out of your mouth and nose.
Yeah.
But they experimented and I guess put nasal passages and lungs in the back door, and you were able to breathe.
Wow, a Nobel Peace Prize. Man, it's possible to win this then, huh?
Well, you know what? That gives us hope. But here is the announcement.
The Ig Nobel Physiology Prize is awarded to Ryo Okabe, Yuhei Yokoyama, and Takanori Takebe for discovering that many mammals are capable of breathing through their anus.
Now they laugh.
First and foremost, thank you so much for believing the potential.
Thank you so much for believing the potential. Ladies and gentlemen, it's possible.
Wow. Imagine doing that work. Getting your hands dirty there.
That's a dirty job.
Getting down and dirty, trying to figure that out, huh?
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Now here's the sad scoop. We lost another Jackson.
Yeah.
I think we lost Tito.
Yeah, Tito didn't make it.
Tito's dead.
Tito's 70 years old, passed away.
They don't live long, the
5.
Jacksons.
Well,
Jacksons don't live long, propofol or not.
Well, the parents lived for an eternity. Are they both gone? Is Joe done?
I think Joe's definitely dead. I think the mom's still alive, but I think it's Michael's money that's keeping her there. But anyway, we lost Tito. Here's a little montage reminiscing of Tito Jackson. May he rest in peace.
Here I am playing this guitar. I'm about 7, 8 years old. He looked at me and said, dang, you playing just as good as me.
Yeah.
He gave me the guitar. He said, I want you to learn every song on the radio.
Yeah.
So that's what I started doing. Then Jackie and Jermaine and there, we were harmonizing, and Michael and Marlon were just little bitty things. You know, they were somewhere around 2, 3, 4 years old. One day, a year or 2 later, we hear Michael singing in kindergarten, singing Climb Every Mountain. He tore it up, man. We couldn't believe our mouths flew open. We rush him home, tell him he's in the group. Marlon said, me too? I said, yeah, you too, come on. So that's how the Jackson brothers were formed.
Wow.
What a story.
Thanks, Tito.
Catherine's still with us. All right. Catherine Jackson.
How old is
94?
Okay.
94, so she's still rolling with us.
Still rolling?
Yep.
Everyone else dead?
Well, not everybody.
LaToya's there. I think Janet's
LaToya's
there.
She's pieced together, LaToya, and then, Tito.
Tito and Michael, huh?
Thanks for the memories.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
This last piece of audio, this last scoop, if you will, has been talked about for a couple days. Now, it has to do with Jane's addiction. It has to do with, this fight. And a lot of people don't know what happened as it pertains to this, fight that happened with the lead singer of Jane's addiction. And I guess, Jeff, it had to do with, his wife said it had to do with them being upset about something. What happened?
Yeah, Perry Farrell. He's the one that went after Dave Navarro.
Right.
And I guess supposedly something had been brewing, oddly, that his vocals were being drowned out by the music for the past couple of nights. And then I guess somebody in the front row had screamed something to him, like, we can't even hear you or something. And then, boom, it just turned into that. That's what his wife says. Who knows? He could have been drunk. Well, there are talks about that, too. So.
Well, that's true. I mean, to sit there, I get it. But isn't the whole point to, and again, would that not be the sound technician's fault if you couldn't hear his vocals?
I guess. Right?
He
had to have been on. He had
like, if you couldn't
really
hear our vocals, that would be my fault because I have the board. So if you don't put it up loud enough, it's not Navarro's fault.
Right, so he went right after it. And Navarro, by the way, kept playing the guitar as he was trying to hit him. I don't know what he thought he was going to do.
He was still going.
Yeah.
So they're playing, right? Hits him. Still going? So as he hits him, he just still like it just goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I don't know what really came out of it at the end, but I would assume that this could all probably be solved with a volume button somehow, some way.
Yeah,
okay.
You know, volume up, volume down.
I think so. Turn
Is that what practice is for?
Right. Yeah, sound check.
From the best classic rock songs of all time to the best radio show of all time. We're sure that show is somewhere. We just can't tell you where. So here's more of the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
It is 105.9 The Mount Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, right here at 6:30. And Jeff, if you are a substitute teacher, might want to behave yourself in the classroom. Otherwise, it might make some news. A lot of stuff happens in Florida. Weird stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy thought he was in the Villages. I don't know what he was doing.
You know, with Florida, what happens is that you just get so many people that come there from all walks of life, and then it's just nothing but bizarre stories, and you wonder where people's heads are at. Well, we kind of figured out where his was, but yeah.
Here's the thing. Harvey Cole, age 26, just a little bit of audio here from what Harvey and what he did. In front of the class.
Well.
And he was just playing with his Harvey in front of the class.
Well, I don't think he wasn't doing it in front of the students.
No, he was in the classroom.
The classroom.
When the students were outside.
So while he was there, and the kids were outside, and he decided as a substitute teacher that he was going to cuff the carrot.
Cuff the carrot,
you know?
Right.
And that's exactly what he did, all right? He...
Gotta tell you, he was at Bridge Prep Academy. That's high-dollar stuff, too. So I don't know how Harvey Cole got that job, but that's a high-dollar job. I mean, that's a high-dollar institution. And, listen, I guess it was caught on camera, which they have in the, obviously schools for safety. Yeah. And he was placed on administrative leave.
Just administrative leave?
Well, here's the thing. After reviewing the video, I don't know how many times you got to review it. But they reviewed it for 3 months, and then they just issued a warrant for his arrest yesterday.
All right.
He was taken into custody for cuff and carrot and, playing with his Harvey. And what they said was this man's actions are utterly reprehensible and a complete violation of an educator. Teachers are entrusted with the well-being of our children, whether or not they are in the classroom. And this individual has not only failed in that duty, but engaged in behavior that is both shocking and intolerable. We will not allow anyone, to do such naughty things.
Well,
and he just basically pulled the tube.
Well, he's going to have a lot of free time to audition that hand puppet. Okay, he's going to have a lot of free time where he's going to be shortly, and they don't take kindly to folks
hand
like him.
Players?
Yes.
Yeah, you play the hand puppet.
You play the hand puppet and what? And what?
You play the hand puppet, it just doesn't go well for you.
Well, it depends. You just got to know your location.
That's right. Yeah.
You can now text Rizzo and Jeff from your mobile device on the 105.9 The Mountain text line.
We got Otter Mayhem coming your way next on 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A lot of otter. Apparently they're vicious.
Well, people don't realize much about the otter. You don't think much about the otter, then you're in the presence of an otter, and you go, how cute is this otter?
And then that otter.
And then the otter shows you they aren't as good as you think they are, okay?
Absolutely. Right. So we'll talk about that coming up, and maybe he's back this week. He was on a cruise with the wife. So on the button, 640, a little money talks for Johnny.
Johnny is back. He texted this morning.
Oh, did he?
Oh, last night he texted, and he said that he's back on the front porch drinking and ready to go for this morning.
Well, I'll tell you what, and a big shout out, the Bambine starts chorus today at 7:20 in the morning. So we'll be singing with the kids.
Oh, look at that, huh?
Look at that.
A little baritone on our hands.
Oh, man. Good luck, brother. You might call it Otter Mayhem.
It's bad.
It's Rizzo and Jeff Show 105.9 The Mountain. Nashville's classic rock. You know like
Let
that?
me ask you a question.
Instead of Otter Mayhem, you know like that?
Can we have an adult conversation?
Sure.
Have you had that one in the pipe since 5:30, or when you saw the story, or was that off the top of the dome?
That was off the top of the dome.
Okay,
That's how ready I am for today.
You seem ready.
I am ready.
Okay.
All right. So speaking of Otter Mayhem, there are two different sides of the otter coin. An otter could be a nice little otter, or it could be a naughty little otter. All right. And this is a naughty otter I'm going to play for you first. This naughty little otter decided to take a little baby and make it its own little baby otter, not knowing, of course, that a baby can't breathe underwater like an otter can.
I have never heard of an otter attacking.
We found out about it, and I never heard of that.
Most otters will tend to steer clear of people, but they can be territorial.
Take seriously wild animals. I mean, it's been in the news quite a bit. In Yellowstone and buffaloes, you don't get too close to a buffalo.
Yeah.
So from now on, we'll know not to get too close to a river otter.
So you don't get too close to a river otter, they might drag you underwater, Jeff.
Yeah, but somebody said, I've never heard that story. All you got to do is Google otter attacks. There's a woman that was mauled by an otter in Montana. It actually made it on Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
Debbie Norville?
And they went to the story where the woman returned to the Montana lake where she was mauled by an otter. There was another guy that was attacked by many of them, said they wanted to kill me. So they knew they wanted to take this guy out. So he was in California.
Now,
he had 40 bite wounds from otters.
40 bite? What did he do to the otters?
He was just there. So
he was just being like himself, and these otters were like, let's show this guy who's boss.
Yeah, he was at like a family cabin, near a lake, and the otters were there, and boom. He said he felt something that bit his calf, and then down it went, and then all the other otters came.
That's a real shame, because then you have otters that can also be very helpful. So you have many otter attacks, but then you have otters who they're now training to help find decomposing corpses. And I think to myself, they could hurt you, but they could help you. So how do you feel about an otter?
I had read an article that said that otters were the only mammals that have odor detection underwater. And I kept thinking to myself, well, why can't we get these guys to work for us? Is it possible to do that?
Not only can they smell items underwater, they can also pick up on cues, on trails, smell trails. So, an item might be way down there, but because it's been dissolved underwater and the water is moving toward the otter, they can pinpoint right to it because they get the trail.
So the otters, they can help or they can hurt. It really depends on your interaction with said otter.
Okay, all right.
So this is important stuff here. So, you might think it's utterly ridiculous.
All right.
But
all right, thanks. Hey, is there a marine biologist in the house? Right here.
Yeah, there's a golf ball and a blowhole.
Right.
From the best classic rock songs of all time to the best radio show of all time. We're sure that show is somewhere. We just can't tell you where. So here's more of the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
It's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. And Johnny, you've been gone for a little while. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Wow, woo!
Yeah, woo! How was your little vacay?
Heck, man, it was awesome. I probably saw more crack than crack itself.
Wow! Did you have a little fun on the balcony, Johnny?
That would be an affirmative action.
Affirmative action. All right. So, were you on a cruise? Did you go to Jamaica? Where'd you go?
I went to Grand Turk.
Oh,
went to Amber Cove and to the Bahamas.
Wow! You went on
a big old giant boat. It was about 5,800 people, man. But you couldn't tell it. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, casinos. You can do whatever you want in international waters out there. No rules, Johnny.
Cocktails are flowing.
That is. What do you think I go, man? That is correct.
Oh, wow.
Listen, let's go back to the otter story, okay? I got one.
Sure.
All right, so over yonder on the Pigeon River, you can get a float over yonder at Bearwater and go down the Pigeon.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
All right, so me and the Queen was doing that one time, and I'll be daggone, son, there wasn't the 2 or 3 otters that come out of the woodwork, started following us down the river. Heck yeah, man. Them things are kind of, they don't mess around, okay?
Do they hurt? You think they'd hurt you?
Do they
though?
attack, or are they just territorial?
Oh, no, you get in their business, and, son, they're coming. That's a wild animal, man. Because, you were talking about how they smell that stuff. I guarantee you they smelt them darn garlic wings that I had over yonder, because I was letting them fly coming down through the hole of that raft like a donut. It was awesome.
Oh, wow. So you had a great vacation. You had fun on the porch. Yep. You were in international waters, and you have an otter story. You're coming out of the gate strong today on a Monday.
Son, it's going to be on like, Donkey Kong this week. I'm going to have some tales to tell, baby.
Wow. Woo. All right, Johnny. Well, you have a good one. Have a good day, and we'll talk tomorrow, okay? You have a good day, all right?
Yeah, right here at Malfunction Junction, it's about a 7-hour delay, so be ready.
7-hour delay. We'll get the traffic up soon, all right?
All right, then. You see you boys. Woo!
Woo! All right, there it is. Johnny, the man himself, Jeff.
Yeah.
Malfunction Junction.
He's ready to go.
It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Time for the JNN, brought to you by our good friends at Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent Train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it's hard to stop a train.
The JNN, no longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So, another assassination attempt happened yesterday as everybody was just sitting around watching a little football with President Donald Trump. It all occurred, which is just crazy. It all occurred at his golf course down in Florida as he was golfing. Shortly before 2 p.m., as the Secret Service was a couple of holes down from where he was golfing.
They go ahead, right?
They go ahead for him.
Yeah.
One of the Secret Service members noticed the nozzle or the muzzle of an AK-style rifle that was sticking through the shrubbery that lines the course. So it's roughly about 400 yards away. The Secret Service,
they can notice that stuff.
The agent fired. The gunman dropped the rifle, and he fled into his SUV, left behind the firearm, backpacks, GoPro camera. Somebody had spotted the vehicle and took a picture of the vehicle and the license plate, so they knew who they were looking for. And he was eventually pulled over and arrested. So,
here's the audio, just so you know. He lives in Hawaii, but originally from North Carolina.
Wow, okay.
Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach.
Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag.
So my question is, when are we going to stop, trying to, kill each other? Whatever your political affiliation, it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Politics aside, let's just stop trying to shoot everybody.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
formerly he was in Greensboro, so he went to North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, lived in Hawaii. His neighbors said they were scared of him, by the way. They thought he was a little weird, so they were scared of him. He went to Ukraine and joined the war and all kinds of different things. So a very, very bizarre guy, but good luck, my friend. He's going to be doing some serious time.
Yeah.
Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering, be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
Speaking of bizarre, there's a new growing trend, and it's amazing that we're saying these things all because of TikTok. A growing trend has seen people purchasing and consuming edible dirt, clay, and chalk.
Oh, yummy.
So they're saying that eating these has tons of health benefits, like better digestion. I guess dirt enhances your mood. Maybe it fixes a little bit of the acne if you have an acne issue. No worries. Dirt will help you. So that's happening in the world today. There could be somebody that you know, or maybe their child, that is, because of TikTok, eating dirt.
Yeah, my question is, what's the point of this? Well, why are we doing this?
Because
We're just eating the dirt.
You see something. You see it online, right? You see it on TikTok. I see plenty of things online. I don't go doing it.
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot of stuff I see.
A lot of stuff I see online. I wouldn't replicate.
Well, some I wish I could, but some things I can't.
It's hard.
We've asked them to stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
USA, we're number one.
Oh, yes.
Meaning that we're now officially the fattest we've ever been in the United States of America. According to new data, prior to 2013, no state in the United States had an adult obesity above 35%.
But did we get there?
Well, we are cruising on our way. Yes, 23 states hit the 20% obesity rate. But there are a few states that get the honor of being the fattest. One not too far from us, West Virginia. Bunch of mooses over there.
They're all, well, no wonder they're so happy in love. We'll get to that later.
Mississippi, Arkansas, and Louisiana. A bunch of hefties all around there. So, look, we are well on our way
to being hefties.
Well, we're gonna have such a sizable lead that nobody's gonna catch up with America.
So my question is, are we gonna all switch to moo-moos?
You know what?
You know what I mean? Let's just all say forget about it and let's just moo-moo it.
Well, we moo-moo. We just wear I give up gear.
Yeah.
We just wear jogging pants
and moo. Yeah, I like the moo-moo. I think it's unisex. I think nobody judges anyone if we all wear moo-moos.
We just pull a George Costanza and just drape ourselves in velvet. That's it.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Did you think that was funny? Yeah, we're kind of 50-50 on it, but it's still good for these guys. And the show is free, so what did you expect? More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
Jeff, I don't know if this is brilliant or maniacally evil or a little bit of both. How do you find your selfish coworker? We all have one that'll go in and they'll take your lunch.
Yeah,
they'll take your cookies. They'll take that extra piece of cake.
Well, we were initially, when we first arrived here to Asheville, somewhat accused, without saying it in so many words, of being those people who would go.
Well, first off, they said we blew up the bathroom. Right. Okay, and you know what? I didn't. We did not blow up the bathroom. And then they said we stole food.
Well, it wasn't. It was indirectly that we were accused of being some kind of sandwich monsters, that we go in the morning and we've got to have ourselves a bologna and cheese, right away to kick the day off. But that wasn't us, no.
So this woman she works really hard, okay? She's got, she's just like, she sits there, she does a lot. And everyone driving to work knows you go to work, and a lot of times you're just like, I just don't feel like, I don't want to go.
Right.
And then you bring a sandwich.
That's all you want.
And you look forward to the sandwich.
It could be anything. Could be leftover meatloaf, and you made a sandwich out of it.
You had a meatloaf sandwich. Right. You love it.
I love a meatloaf sandwich.
And you go, and it's not there.
Right.
The one thing you've been looking for your whole shift, the meatloaf sandwich. It's gone.
Where'd you go?
Working night shift, 12 hours, feet hurting, hungry. And every time you get here, your food is gone. Food just be vanishing like it's a food fairy in here. But joke's on them. Tonight, I put laxatives in there. So I'm going to be watching that bathroom all night. Now, I've been watching her for the past 6 hours. She's the only person been going in and out that bathroom. Now she all bent over. Now, you can call me petty or whatever, but I bet she won't touch nobody else's food in that fridge. Better go home and get some Imodium.
Wow, the laxative in the meatloaf.
Laxative meatloaf, I got to be honest with you. I don't have a problem with it, and here's why. This woman, her feet hurt.
I get it.
She's tired.
Yeah.
She's working hard. She's working a 12-hour shift. It's graveyard shift. All the lady wants is a Sammy, and every day she goes.
That's right.
And somebody is stealing it. She doesn't know who it is, and then she finds it. She finds out who it is. They are blowing up the bathroom.
Right. She hits the laxative on the woman who would do it, and see, that's the thing.
Now, she did put a dangerous amount of laxative in. I will throw it out there.
It is what it is, but you know what you generally do? In your head, you zero in on the guy that you think it is, right? So you zero in. And it doesn't wind up being the guy. It winds up just being, somebody that you wouldn't expect, and that's exactly what happened here to her.
So, I mean, are you okay with, I guess, this using of laxative?
Listen. If I take the time to make a meatloaf, okay, and then I bring in a meatloaf sandwich, I'm thinking about that meatloaf sandwich on a regular basis.
How often are you thinking of the meatloaf sandwich? You got the meatloaf sandwich in the fridge. Are you thinking about twice an hour, three times an hour? What are you thinking?
Every 25, 30 minutes.
25, 30 minutes. Yeah.
So, and then you go to yourself, all right, I am going to enjoy this puppy. What did I put? You really made it with love, knowing that you were going to bring it in and have it. And then this woman decides that she wants to eat it. You monster. Right? Lesson learned.
And you know what? That's why, what did you say, we're the fattest country by far? Yeah. Well, guess what? Stop stealing meatloaf friggin' sandwiches, okay?
All right.
Ain't no Imodium going to help you, girl. You know what I mean?
Hands off.
Text a message to Rizzo and Jeff now to 828-240-1059.
The Lemonade Beat. It's 105.9 The Mount Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. That was Fleetwood Mac, just about, between 15 and 20 minutes away from your first shot at $1,000. Be listening. Also, Jeff and I are going to take you on Melissa's journey.
Yeah.
Melissa Etheridge's journey to womanhood.
Yeah.
In audio clips. Well, we have them.
It was quite a travel that she took there. Yeah.
Boy.
We were at Salvage Station Saturday, but we'll get into that coming up for sure.
But I want to talk about a lemonade beat. I want to know what your thoughts are about this beat. They took this kid, they beat him for his lemonade stand, and now he's sad. He's 11 years old, trying to make a few bucks, trying to buy himself some Paw Patrol, some Roblox, whatever it's called. And the kid's lemonade stand gets hijacked by some old man in a truck. He just beats him for his lemonade stand. Listen to this.
An 11-year-old in Ramona has learned a tough lesson about running a roadside business. His family says over the weekend his lemonade stand was stolen, and it was all caught on camera. But as NBC7's Dave Summers tells us, the experience has not soured the young entrepreneur's ambition.
You may not know when to teach your kids the good guys from the bad, but for Carrie Rader, it was 8 days after her son Liam's 11th birthday.
That's wrong. It's not yours. It's not free. It belongs to somebody.
That's Liam leaning his head against the utility pole, expressing his profound sadness. But Liam wasn't the only one recorded on this Diamond D feed and supply security camera. The moment before this heartbreak was the reason for it.
Why would this happen? Why would he do that from a kid that's just trying to sell lemonade?
Here he comes.
In a silver pickup passes through this busy intersection when it caught his eye. With little hesitation, he turned the truck around and pulled alongside Liam's lemonade stand, made sure to lock his vehicle, then approached the table and chairs.
About halfway through the video, you can see that he picks the sign up and he reads it. I helped Liam with the sign, so I know what it said.
On the bottom, in kind of small writing, said, saving for a dirt bike, anything helps, thank you, with a little smiley face at the end.
The man tossed the sign, took a quick look around, then loaded the lemonade stand in the back of his truck.
He beat the kid for his lemonade. He took the whole stand. He beat him for his lemonade stand.
Why do you take the whole stand?
What are you doing? The dude literally looks and says, "Save it for a dirt bike. Anything will help." He picks up the sign, looks at it, throws it across the street, and then beats him for his lemonade in his stand. He took his chairs. He took his table. He took his money.
Now look,
he took his lemonade.
Now this is
What is it?
Now look, this led the news locally where this was, and this was a heavy story.
This is
that
big
happened there. I mean,
news.
it's a lot to talk about. So he doesn't just take some of the cash. You've seen that, right?
Right. It's
right.
And you know what? I hate to say this. It would be better if he took some of the cash. Just the cash.
Right.
Because, he just hijacks the lemonade stand.
But why? For what? Why take the whole stand? What are you going to do with a kid's lemonade stand, the whole thing?
Let me tell you, he took 2 chairs. He took a table.
Right.
He took a cash box. He took a jar. He took a pitcher. He took stir. He took lemonade mixture, and he even took a sign. And instead of leaving a sign, he tosses it in the road.
You took it all. You took the kid's country time lemonade,
man. You took the country time, and you beat the kid.
The whole thing.
And then of course the poor news story starts out this way.
An 11-year-old in Ramona has learned a tough lesson about running a roadside business.
No, he didn't. What tough lesson? That you're going to get beat by some old man in a truck? That's the tough roadside business lesson? What's happening here?
Well, it's not like everybody just runs a bunch of roadside businesses, and I'm sure the kid isn't saying, the kid's not waking up when they ask him, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to run roadside businesses. I don't think the kid's trying to make a few bucks here at the end of the day.
And he gets beat for lemonade, and they go, an 11-year-old learned a life lesson about running roadside business.
Come on, man. Take a lemon. You know?
Right.
Take the pitcher.
Yeah, I know, man.
Take the kid's whole stand.
He's destitute.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, well, we hope that you're laughing and trying to figure out how these guys come up with this stuff. Truthfully, we don't have a clue, and we don't really want to. The Rizzo and Jeff Show tries hard. Doesn't that count? We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, it's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, The Rizzo and Jeff Show. The Rizzo and Jeff Show got a little hot on Saturday night. It was a busy Saturday. We started out at Dog Day at noon, and then we had to prepare.
Yeah.
For Melissa, which I thought was going to be good. I didn't think it was, I thought it'd be an interesting concert. I did not think we were going to experience her womanly awakening. In chronological order.
Well, here's I think why it happened. Earlier in the day, there were some videos of her, and she was really enamored by Salvage Station. She really thought that the place was cool. It was neat. She enjoyed it. Was on the river. She said, I played so many different auditoriums, things of that nature, but this is really cool. And, we say, all right, is there that many Melissa Etheridge fans that are out there here in North Carolina or wherever it may be that would come and see this until you show up? And you couldn't.
My Lord!
First off, parking done probably about 6:30.
Oh my God!
A line wrapped around the thing. You couldn't move in the whole place. It was unbelievable. I've never it was a wild. So many people were there to see Melissa. It was unbelievable.
She's definitely a rock star. But I was like, maybe she slowed down a little bit. She was posting videos behind the scenes at Salvage Station. But we got our own audio, and it took me a while to do this. I was actually hanging out with my kiddo. I call him the Bambine, and I was like, I'm just cutting these audio pieces down and saving them on my Google Drive. So we're gonna bring you through Melissa Etheridge's, I guess, what would you call it, trip through womanhood?
She brought us all through a trip through her womanhood. It got real personal and emotional.
It did.
And you just got that feeling when you were there. It was,
I'll tell you what, it was shivery. So here's what we did. So she started out at a piano.
Rock and roll like Asheville. Heard everybody's coming to Asheville. I won't tell anybody how awesome it is. This is great. I'm gonna play the piano for you.
All right. So she gets behind the piano.
Yeah, I taught myself how to play the piano when I was about 14. I didn't have anything else to do. Because I grew up in Kansas. Kansas, a lot like North Carolina, but not as interesting. At all. No, I grew up in Kansas. It was a fine place to grow up. I wasn't, school was not for me. No. But I hung out in Boston for a couple years, then I went back home to Leavenworth, Kansas, where I came from. And there's nothing like dropping out of college and going back home to your folks, there. It was awesome. And we all used to meet on the weekends. We'd all meet at Havens Hill. That's
Here we go.
That's where you meet. It's like this park way out. It wasn't a park. It was woods outside of town, right? And we'd all gather, and that's where I learned that there was other girls like me.
Oh.
Isn't that fun? Yeah, we get in my car and we go driving on those long, long roads, you know?
Yeah!
Yeah, you see,
you got sultry there, Jeff.
And there was, women standing around us, and you heard the big yeah at the end. You know, it was people were starting to get the feels there.
So the concert progresses, and as we're learning more about her journey through womanhood that started in Leavenworth, Kansas.
Yeah, in the woods.
Who are you? It is your responsibility to feel your joy, to feel your life, to make you the most important thing in the world. That's your job now. But just remember, I'm the older one.
Oh, yeah. So it's rocking out early, right? So you're excited early, Jeff. You know what I mean?
Listen, she was in the mood.
She was in the mood.
And if you know what we mean, she was in the mood.
Yeah.
The crowd started to get in the mood.
Yeah.
She had everybody in the mood.
Yeah, and you think, how are you going to end this, and she ends it in a way I didn't expect, but then...
Honey, I carelessly forgot to mention your body, your power, sanctified. Come, feed the hunger and thirst. Lay it down, the beast will die. Never a question again. Am I your passion, your promise, your end? I say I.
So she said she was, and then they had her wife hanging out on the side, and then the last thing I'll play, and then we'll come back here is her journey through womanhood, kind of right around the middle, towards the middle of the show.
First time I saw you, back in 1982.
Talking about her wife.
And the LA bar come so far in my Kansas dancing show.
Oh.
I'm just a singer, looking for a song.
And she was a singer looking for a song, and she found her song, Jeff. And when we come back, I will share with you her songs. But I have to tell you, it was rocking. I mean, and she really liked Asheville.
Oh, she looked out in the crowd. Sports bras aplenty, and
there was some people with no shirts on.
Subarus all over the place. And she was feeling it up there. And the mood had struck her, and I gotta tell you, she was having an experience.
And
an outer and inner body experience all in one.
And please excuse, because when we come back, you will hear us rocking out.
Yeah,
I mean we start to rock out.
Yeah.
But that was Melissa's journey through womanhood up until she met her wife.
Yep.
And then the journey through womanhood, it completely changes.
Does your brain hurt? Do you feel confused? Well, we decided we're willing to buy you off. Text LUNCH to 828-240-1059 and you'll be entered to win lunch for you and 10 of your coworkers. Did that buy anyone off? We also have more music and more Rizzo and Jeff show soon on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. And got to be honest with you, we are taking you on a journey with Melissa Etheridge. Jeff, she took us on her womanly journey.
Yeah, she did.
8:27 in the morning, and we wanted to relive this experience with you. A lot of our listeners, it was so cool to meet people who listen to the show. They're like, oh my God, I love you. You guys, it was so cool. And I know that we got some people to go there, which excited us. And we took you through her womanly journey. If you're just tuning in, we started off with her just getting real, just emotional at the piano and just hot and heavy. She started it off.
She was at Salvage Station on Saturday.
Oh my God! Shout out to Salvage Station. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, Melissa Etheridge was hot. She was heavy.
Oof.
She was having it.
Oh.
Every part of her body was just feeling real good.
Yeah.
And she belted out to. She couldn't get over. She loved Salvage Station so much. Loved Asheville so much.
I think she's
going to buy something here.
She started off. She's like, "What's up, Asheville? I love it here."
Everybody's coming to Asheville. I won't tell anybody how awesome it is. This is great.
So she was just having a blast,
Right.
and then we take you through her journey through womanhood. But then, Jeff, it went up a gear. You know, after she kind of
First time I saw you.
started talking about her wife and the first time she saw her, then she kicked it in a high gear.
Oh, yeah.
So coming up after the doors, we're going to kick it in a high gear. You better get ready. Because I don't know what kind of gear you're ready for, but you don't know what you're getting.
If you're by yourself in your car.
Oh, my.
If you're by yourself in your car.
Oh, boy.
You might have a moment like we did on Saturday.
It's okay.
All right?
You can have that moment, all right?
With Melissa and us. Get ready.
Oh, 2:30. The Rizzo and Jeff show. It is 8:31. If you're just tuning in, you're at the point where Melissa Etheridge is at Salvage Station. She's taking us through her womanly journey. She's just met her wife. It's 1982. They were in the back seat of a 66 Chevy. It was blue. They went into the woods. And then the heat got turned up like we were at Blossman. I felt like I walked into the Blossman showroom and stood in front of the fire.
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, right after she talked about meeting her lady, her wife, this happened. Oh, my God. And she went on and on.
She was
and on. She
in
was
a zone.
juiced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it's like you think, okay, all right. So she does that song. You think I thought she was going to end with that or come to my window, which she didn't.
Oh, man, this place is awesome. Especially for people who love live music. Thank you. Learned a lot about this place. Learned a lot about that river. You know what's coming next?
Now I want you to take a very close listen to what she says. She's at Salvage Station along the French Broad River, okay? I want you to take a very close listen to what she says.
And I just got to tell you, I always get inspired, especially when I'm... No, I can't do it. Especially when I'm on stage and there's a dirty French broad right next to me.
Oh, you see what she did there?
Yeah,
you see what she did?
Yeah.
And then after she said there's a dirty French broad there, out came the purple guitar.
There's so many others who would make steal alive. Why can't I die? Just a
Oh my God. I mean, it was just...
I'm surprised everybody stayed clothed.
I gotta be. Well, it was at this point that a lot of declothing started to happen.
Yes,
you know what I mean? And it just got really hot. And then you're like, my God, how could this concert end? And then it just ended. I mean, we're sweating as people are screaming.
Right.
People are pouring stuff all over themselves. They're yelling. She's singing about her love and Leavenworth and just how she was just in 1982 in the back of a Plymouth. And then she just says, I'm coming out and I'm going to bang on these drums and I'm going to sing my heart out. Oh, yeah. To see you again. And by the time this was that, I mean, that song, and that was the final song. And by the time, I mean, we went through her whole womanly journey, and we were left just sweating and hot, and it was just crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there was one sober body in the house. Everybody was feeling it. Everybody was juiced. And I learned more about Melissa Etheridge's journey through womanhood than I ever knew in my entire life. So,
are you glad you went?
I'm glad I went.
It was one. I mean, she was rocking at Salvage Station.
It was life-changing.
It was life-changing. It was, ladies and gentlemen, the life-changing Melissa Etheridge. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Text a message to Rizzo and Jeff now on the 105.9 The Mountain text line to 828-240-1059.
Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. That was Aerosmith. Before we get to the J&N, I guess the topic on everyone's mind is the traffic. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning. So you're talking about the traffic?
Yeah, I guess so.
Haywood County. Okay, I just came from Haywood County, and it took me an hour and 10 minutes to get here.
That is ridiculous.
What's going on, man?
The interstate is actually closed down. I think they're like paving or doing some kind of mess like they always do during early morning traffic hours.
Well, why would you pave during early morning traffic, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of stupid because people are going to school, we're going to work, so I'm late. Yay. But, yeah.
Well, you know,
that's what's going on.
You know what? You can tell your boss to turn this on, and we'll make sure that they know that you are getting your way there and that you are not late, okay?
Well, thank you so much. Y'all have a great day.
You do the
too.
same.
Thank
All right.
you.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, eastbound 40 is still closed. That's why you got all that traffic.
So it's interesting because we were just speaking to someone who was coming from Haywood County. I know 40 was closed, but I mean, why would that cause traffic everywhere else?
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Because you've got all that traffic from people coming up from Hendersonville that don't typically drive into Buncombe County on the weekends when that construction was scheduled, that everybody's coming in to work, and because that one section of 40 is still closed, that's why everything's having to go 240 and around.
And they're usually done with that by 7 a.m., but it seems like they're rolling with it.
Yeah,
so
and
still.
I appreciate your call. We got to get to the JNN here, but that is absolutely ridiculous. So there's your answer, everybody. I just don't understand why they would do that during, Monday rush hour.
Like I said, it's done by usually this time. When they started, they've been closing it basically every weekend. You would think it'd be done by now, in knowing that everybody was going to be going to work on Monday, but who knows what happened?
Yeah, it is what it is. The JNN brought to you by our good friends at Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it's hard to stop a train.
The JNN, no longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So a man who previously resided in North Carolina in Greensboro is under arrest today after he was looking to take another shot at President Trump, right?
Unbelievable,
An
man.
assassination attempt at his Florida golf club. Fortunately, that did not happen, as the Secret Service usually goes about 2 holes ahead on the golf course. So they were about 2 ahead when a little before 2 p.m., a Secret Service member, a Secret Service agent, saw a gun that was, the tip of a gun that was coming out of sticking through the shrubbery there, about 400 yards away, an AK-style rifle, a powerful one. Saw the muzzle. He engaged the man who did it. Who had the gun, and started firing. The guy ran, left a bunch of stuff behind, but before he left, there was somebody that saw his car. It took a picture of the car, it took a picture of the license plate, and they were able to track him down and get him and arrest the man. And he lives in Hawaii. He went to school here in North Carolina, lives in Hawaii. The neighbors there say they were scared of him. He was a weirdo on the block where he lived. But fortunately, this, didn't get any worse, right?
Yeah, this is what the Secret Service said.
Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach.
Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag. Now, in the bushes where this guy was, a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro.
So he had a GoPro, ceramic tile, all that. So say what you will. Listen, wherever you fall in the political spectrum, I think we all agree the violence needs to stop. This is just getting ridiculous.
It's getting ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
And luckily the Secret Service was 2 ahead to be able to see that. He was on 5 making his way down there, golfing away. Maybe it's just time to just hang inside a little bit, Donald.
Just
we got a little bit to go here.
Yeah,
okay?
come on, man.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering. Be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
We have lost one of the Jackson 5, another one of the Jackson 5. Tito Jackson has passed away at the age of 70. He was a founding member, of course, of the Jackson 5. And they were saying that he passed away yesterday from a suspected heart attack while driving from New Mexico to Oklahoma.
What was he doing driving from New Mexico to Oklahoma? I have some Tito audio that we'll get to in a minute.
Yeah.
Very important Tito audio, but what is going on?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who knows what he was doing. Maybe it's a show. I don't know. Or just taking a drive. Tito cruising the countryside.
Tito cruising America?
I don't
is that
know.
what we're doing?
Yeah.
Tito's cruising the U.S. of A?
It seems to be.
Well, here's Tito.
Here I am playing this guitar. I'm about 7, 8 years old. He looked at me and said, dang, you playing just as good as me. He gave me the guitar. He said, I want you to learn every song on the radio. So that's what I started doing. Then Jackie and Jermaine and there, we were harmonizing, and Michael and Marlon were just little bitty things. They were somewhere around 2, 3, 4 years old. One day, a year or two later, we hear Michael singing in kindergarten, singing Climb Every Mountain. He tore it up, man. We couldn't believe our mouths flew open. We rushed him home, tell him he's in the group. Marlon said, me too? I said, yeah, you too, come on. So that's how the Jackson Brothers were formed.
Well, there you go. Now, if you don't know, now you know. The Jackson Brothers are formed. There you go. Do you feel it?
Well, I pretty much just figured out that they were all brothers and all decided to perform together.
And their last name was Jackson.
That's basically how it played out. Yeah.
We've asked them to stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
See, now we were at Dog Day afternoon over the weekend, and you always hope that your pet just lives for forever, right? But the world's oldest cat, imagine this, if you're a cat owner or even a dog owner, to have a pet live this long, 33 years old, has passed away. The world's oldest cat at 33 33. I mean, that's
a lot of kitty cat.
That's a quality kitty cat run there. I got to tell you. Yeah.
I mean, isn't dog years and cat years kind of the same?
It would have been 152 in human years. So I made it to 33, 152 in human years.
How do you think that cat felt on a day-to-day basis? Like, how when they interview the old people, they're like, leave me alone.
I think about how I feel on a day-to-day basis, and then you think about that. But 152, 33 years old. I mean, that's quite. The cat looked good. I'm taking a look. She could have gave it a haircut a little bit at the end here.
Yeah, it needed a haircut. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Would you rather be Tito? Would you rather be that cat?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the cat on this one. Jacksons have a lot of baggage. Yeah.
From the latest viral guests to driving school buses and having conversations about all the craziness that happens in the 828. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will now be adopting the moniker Stay Weird. Wait a minute, can they do that? More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show after a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
You look at a party in Billings.
Missoula.
West Virginia. There's a reason they say West Virginia's for lovers. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock.
No, that's Virginia, not West Virginia.
Isn't it West Virginia?
No, Virginia's for lovers. West Virginia is not for lovers.
Oh, man. What's West Virginia for?
West Virginia's
not much.
Almost heaven, wild and wonderful.
All right, so there's a reason West Virginia's almost heaven and wild and wonderful, and we're going to tell you coming up in the Razzle Dazzle.
From Tinseltown to the 828 and beyond, it's time to Razzle Dazzle on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. All the things that are not fit to print, talk about, mention, discuss, or frankly that important, but somehow find their way here. We're sorry, and yes, Jeff can't stand it either. Time for Rizzo's Razzle Dazzle on 105.9 The Mountain. Sorry.
And here's the situation. I'm going to set the mood.
If every word I said could make you laugh, I'd talk forever.
It's about being together forever. Okay. All right. When I say together forever, what does that make you think of?
Lasting love. You know,
lasting
love. You found the one.
You found
butterflies.
Right, and your tum-tums.
Right,
no matter what.
First 6 months, wonderful, and then reality sets in. You stop showering every day. Those types of things.
Well, I'll tell you what. Not if you're a West Virginian, a Montananan, a Vermontian, a Wisconsinite, an Iowanan, a Michigander. All of you are madly in love. Coincidentally, the state with the longest marriage longevity is West Virginia, followed right behind our good old friends in Missoula or Butte, Montana.
Butte.
It's
Butte.
It's not Butte.
No, nobody's living in Butte. It's Butte, Montana. Okay.
No, stop. Don't mess with me, I swear.
It's Butte, Montana. It's not Butte, Montana.
Dude.
No, it's not. It's Butte.
No, it's
yes,
not.
it is. It's
no, it's not.
Butte.
Hold on.
It's Butte, Montana.
There's no way it's Butte.
I'm telling you, it's Butte. Go ahead, do the Google thing.
Butte.
It's Butte.
Montana.
Right.
I want to hear the pronunciation. All right.
And there's plenty of Buttes up there, too.
All right, hold on. Okay, Butte, Montana, or Butte. See, and now again, let's say
it's not Butte, it's not Butte, Montana. Nobody lives in Butte. It's Butte.
It's not Butte.
It's Butte.
It says established in 1864 as a mining camp in the northern Rocky Mountains on the Continental Divide. Butte experienced rapid development in the late 19th century and was from Montana's first major industrial city.
Yeah, it's not Butte. All right, as much as you want it to be Butte, it's not Butte. It's Butte. All right?
All right, well,
in your mind, it could be Butte.
You know what? I might call somebody at the Burt Mooney Airport and ask them.
Yeah.
Anyway, whether it's Butte or not, so if you live in Butte, Montana, or you live in Butte, Montana, or you live in West Virginia, not the place for lovers, but nonetheless, those are the two places where you will find the most happy people, the marriages that flourish, the longest-lasting marriages. And it breaks my heart. I'm looking at like the Dakotas, Minnesota. Now, is it that they're really in love, or there's just nothing to do?
Yeah, the latter.
Yeah, is that and not many people to do. We actually, I know a couple in West Virginia, and I don't think they have much to do other than hang out.
Yeah, that's
with
it.
one another.
You get married, and that's it. There's nothing to do. Nobody to meet, And I don't know. Phone service probably stinks if you want to be on Hinge, So,
yeah, that's true. And again, the states with the worst, marriage longevity: Alaska coming in at number 50, followed by Texas, Nevada, which of course, with the drive-through weddings. Here's what strikes me as odd: Utah. All right, a lot of maybe because of the multiple marriage thing.
The Mormons,
that's it. The Mormons, Oklahoma, Idaho, where they make spuds. Maybe spuds really, hurt a marriage.
Star chain bringing you together.
Stars not bringing together. But the point is that if you want to live a happy life, maybe you should get yourself over to Virginia or to Butte, Montana.
Yeah. You want long lasting relationships. Make your way to Butte.
The term radio show gets thrown around a lot. We here at 105.9 The Mountain, for legal purposes, must say that radio show could mean whatever just happened, and if we owe you an apology, we're sorry. More Rizzo and Jeff show next. What do you expect? It's free.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show, and it's time for things that did not make the show.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Did I do that? Well, apparently you did. According to Jaleel White, the actor who played Steve Urkel, he damaged his voice playing Steve Urkel on Family Matters. Meanwhile, Carl Winslow's sparkling on Dancing with the Stars, and Jaleel is suffering from permanent vocal damage from doing his Steve Urkel voice.
I would assume that was a tough voice to carry on as puberty began to take over, and it was probably easier when he was younger, but when he was hitting those hard-hitting teen years, funny hair, funny places, it seemed like it got a little tougher for him, if you remember the show.
Yeah, that's why I think they brought in Stefan Urkel.
Yeah,
because
Stefan.
he could be sensual. Because he was like, "Hey, big guy."
Right.
That's got to be hard.
Well, I don't think she wound up. She didn't wind up with Stefan when the show ended.
I don't think Laura did she end up with? Oh, she did end up with Steve. It's always been Steve.
It has been, yeah.
So he did do that.
Yeah.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
I'm trying to decide if this is a dumb crime or a genius crime. 400 sticks of deodorant. 2 men. Busted. Florida. They got 400 sticks.
Dude,
your thoughts?
Do you see how much deodorant costs now?
Yeah, it's like
ridiculous.
Well,
for what?
That's why we got a vote. I'm just saying, $9 for deodorant's a little much.
You used to be able to hit the Old Spice even for a decent price. Now that's going up. Everything's locked up. So you go to Walgreens, all the spray deodorant's locked up and everything else. But you used to be able to get it $3-4, max.
What's the thing that you twirled up in the arm goo, came out, and even that, the speed stick, even that was like, you know what I mean?
But now I think I just got it the other day. It was like $6-7 just for some Old Spice, deodorant, high endurance.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus, I'm just going to stink.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stink.
Yeah.
Love me for me.
Love me. Yes, that's right. Love me for me. Absolutely.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
If you happen to be a traveler who was at the Dallas airport, Dulles is what it's called. Mm-hmm. If you're at Dulles, they're looking for the person who left their bag. Apparently, they left 39.5 pounds of ketamine. They just want to know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
They just want you to go get it.
It's D.C.
I apologize, D.C. I'm sorry.
Well, it's Dulles. That's the airport.
Dulles, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Not Dallas. Dulles, the airport in D.C. They just want to know who left it there. They just put out a thing. They said, hey, come claim your 40 pounds of ketamine. Mm-hmm. Just show on up. There was no name on it or anything. So if you lost 40 pounds of ketamine, just call the TSA. Just tell them it was you. They'll bring it to your house. Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, just tell them.
Good to go.
Just let them know. You were running behind. You were going to miss your flight to Asheville.
You were missing your flight to... Yep.
Ketamine in Asheville, huh?
Rizzo and Jeff work hard and try hard, too. Thank you for listening. More show and great music coming up next. Therefore, we cannot be responsible for what happens here from 6 to 10 a.m. And by listening to this, you agree to that. No takebacks. Are we good? We're good. Okay.
A huge congratulations right here on 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's Classic Rock on the Rizzo and Jeff Show to Tanya from Allen's Jewelry and Pawn. Tanya from Allen's Jewelry and Pawn is our winner for our delicious breakfast. We do a breakfast lunch.
Yes.
Our lunch break from Moe's Original Barbecue. Jeff,
yeah, nothing like ribs for breakfast, huh? But no, Moe's Original Barbecue in Woodfin. We will be bringing that on Wednesday this week, hooking them up with a little lunch.
So thank you to them. Shout out to Moe's Original Barbecue in Woodfin and Biltmore. Also, shout out to Allen's Jewelry and Pawn and Tanya for being our winner this week. So we look forward to seeing you there. Also, $1,000 coming your way, Jeff, in I don't know, about an hour and 10, something like that.
Yeah, about an hour, a little over an hour away. All right, another shot at it.
Yeah, sometime between 11. And again, 1059themountain.com. Just enter that word. You can do it there or on the app.
Yeah.
For us, I guess we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, the keyword's coming. We will see you mañana, bright and early, 5:30, like everybody was calling this morning at 5:30.
It's
ready to
crazy.
go.